Hello everyone. Today we will learn how Django handles API requests using something called the DRF. Let's say we want to build an online library where users can add books using an API. Now, here's how that works behind the scenes. In step 1, incoming API request, a user sends a post request. Basically, they are saying, "Hello, I want to add a book." Then step 2, extracting data from request body. The server receives the request and pulls out the details such as title, author, price, publish date. These are all taken from the request body, which is usually in JSON format. Then validate extract data. The server check is the title there, is the author filled in. If any of these fields are missing, the server says sorry your request is not valid and return an error with stated 400 bad request. Then in step 4, it checks if the data is valid, the server creates a new book in the database using book.objects.create method. Then serializer. In step 5, now the server needs to send a response back, but it can't send the raw database object. It needs to be converted into JSON. This is done using something called a serializer. Like book serializer we created earlier. Then sending the response. Finally, the server reply, your book has been added successfully. It sends the data back with the status code 201 created, which means everything worked fine. Now let's look at the code. In your views.py, we define a custom class-based view using DRF API view if it has two methods, get and post. Get fetches all books and returns them in JSON. And post extracts, validates, creates, and responds. So let's see the example code. Let me copy this from here. Open VS Code. Inside it, in your views.py, paste that code below this code. Control V. Let me make the comma proper. The indentation should be properly set. Save this one. Now let's see what we have pasted it here. We import. Let me paste it above. It is not paste it here. So Book is already imported and book serializer is already imported. You can see this is book and this is book serializer. So we don't need to import it again. So now let's see what we have imported. We imported the important libraries from REST framework. We use import API view. We import API view to create a custom class-based view. It allows to define get and post methods for our API. From REST framework.response, import response. We use response to send data back to the client in JSON format. From REST framework, import status. In DRF, it provides built-in status codes such as 200 OK, 201 created, 400 bad request. Makes it easy to send proper responses. And dot serializer, import book serializer. We import our book model to access the database and the book serializer to convert Python object into JSON. Then let's see. Then creating the custom view. Here, class custom book create view, API view. We define a class-based view that inherits from API view. This will handle both get and post request. In get method, it returns the response and sends the list of books as a JSON response. Then in post method, this function is triggered when the client sends a post request. Then title, author, price, published date fields. Inside it, we extract each field from the request body. And here is the validation. We check if required fields are present. If not, we return an error response with 400 bad request. Then, if validation passes, we create a new book record in the database. Then, serializer and return the created book. Inside it, this means the book created successfully with this status code 201 created. Now let's see what is next. Next is adding a path. Next is add a path to call this custom view. In urls.py, we connect this view to a URL. Let me copy this line and paste it inside our books app urls.py. Also, we need to import this custom create view here after book view set and save it. We import our custom view, we add a URL pattern. Now, while visiting /book/custom create, you can see here we name it the URL custom create. So, it will call our view. Okay, that's it for it. Now, let's see what we have learned today. Here is the explanation. You can read it from here step by step. And we also see what is the get method, what it do, and what is the post method and what it do. Then we have learned today how to extract and validate request data, how to store data in the database, how to send JSON responses, how to link a view to a URL. Now users can go onto the URL /API/books/custom create and either get all books or post a new one. Now let's see how it works step by step. When client send a post request with book data, DRF extract the data, validate the data and save it to the database. converts the data to JSON, sends back a success message. This is the power of Django REST framework. It makes creating and managing API super easy and clean. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you.